Hello everyone, welcome back to Gentleman's Cooking channel. My name is Alex and today we're making pierogies, which are Polish Ukrainian dumplings that can be made with all different kinds of stuffing. But today we're going to be making potato stuffed pierogies. So I recently got back from Atlanta, Georgia, where I attended influential conference, which is business and personal development event organized by Antonio Santano and Aaron Marino. I met tons of cool people, a lot of my favorite YouTubers were there. One of them was Alan Roberts from Everyday Damn Fitness, and we started talking and he told me that growing up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he used to love going to like Polish, Ukrainian places there and eat pierogies. Then there were two brothers, one of them is Jeremy Fragrance from Jeremy Fragrance channel, and his brother Camille, who literally during the conference opened up his YouTube channel, which is called Bean Brand. I'll link to it down below, where the guy talks about coffee and he wants to get more knowledge about coffee. So Jeremy and Camille, they're Polish, and they also were telling me that they love pierogies, and then later Jeremy even posted a picture on Instagram with a plate full of pierogies. So I decided to do a video on how to make pierogies, and I'm gonna be sending some of those pierogies to you guys. So we're gonna start by making the dough first. What we need is all-purpose flour, a couple of egg yolks, save the egg whites for later use, and some water. Make a well in the middle of flour and then start mixing everything. Adding more water as needed. What you can do, what you want to do is take it out of the bowl on your table. And just start kneading it with your hands until it forms. After about 5 minutes, the dough will be ready. What you can do to check that it's ready, make a ball like this, cut it down right in the middle, and you see it's all uniform. Now I'm gonna take our dough, put it in a bowl, dust with flour a little bit, put it in the bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and we're gonna put our dough in the refrigerator to rest for about 20 minutes. So meanwhile, we're gonna prepare our stuffing. We got some mashed potatoes here. If you have leftover mashed potatoes from a day or 2 days ago, you can use that, or you can make fresh one, chill it. And we're gonna mix our mashed potatoes with some caramelized onions. Okay, our stuffing is ready. Now it's time to make pierogies. What we're gonna do is divide our dough in about 4 pieces. Put 3 of them back in the bowl. Dust our work surface with some flour. Start rolling it out. You don't want too much flour on your table because your dough is gonna get dry and it's not gonna stick very well when you're gonna make your pierogies. You want just enough to keep this from sticking to your work surface. Want to roll it out until it's about 1.5–2 millimeters thick. So now we're gonna cut the circles out of our dough, and you can do that by either using a cookie cutter or you can use a cup or wine glass. That's what we used to do when I was growing up, and the whole family would get together. Mom would make a lot of stuffing and dough, and the whole family would be making pierogies or dumplings or pelmeni, which are Siberian dumplings. That's where I'm from. So what we're gonna do is cut the circles. Now you can reuse these scraps, but I would let it rest for another 10 to 15 minutes so it's easier to roll out again. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our stuffing, we're gonna take a spoon, put some stuffing right in the middle. So now what we're gonna do, just gonna close our dumplings. Now remember those egg whites that we saved in the beginning? If your dough doesn't stick well enough, you can simply take those egg whites and mix them with water a little bit, dip your finger in there and use it as a glue right here. What you can also do is take a fork and press on the dough a little bit if you're afraid it's gonna open. And this is what we're looking for. And also we're gonna serve our pierogies not only with the sour cream but also with some caramelized onions. But we're gonna caramelize our onions in pork fat. We're gonna be using some salo, which is Ukrainian name for salted pork fat back. We're gonna cut the skin off. If you have a big Ukrainian, Polish or even Russian community around where you live, you can find salo there, or you can use bacon or pancetta instead. So to make our topping, or shkvarki as we call them, we're gonna start by rendering some fat out of our pork fat. Lower the heat So our goal here is to render as much fat out as possible without getting a lot of color at first, because we want our salad to be crispy when it's ready. And we need the fat to cook our onions in it. So we are ready. What we're gonna do now is take our Shkvarki, as we call them, out. So we got more fat than we gonna need to saute our onions. So we're gonna push some of it off. Be careful, don't burn yourself because this stuff is hot. We're gonna save this for later use. I'm gonna add our onions. So our onions are almost ready. Now we're gonna add our pork back. Mix everything together. So now what we're gonna do is carefully lower our pierogies in the boiling water. Make sure your water is salted. And we're gonna cook them for about 4 minutes. When cooking them from fresh, if they're frozen, like add another minute. You can also fry them. So in this case, you want to cook them for about 3 minutes, and then put them on a frying pan. So don't forget to gently mix your pierogies here, so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. So our pierogies are ready. It's time to serve. So now we're gonna add some sour cream. Don't skimp on sour cream. And we're gonna add Shkvarki. They're really delicious. The only reason I'm not using all of them on these two plates, because we have another person in the house, so he wants some of that as well. And here we go. Guys, as I said earlier, pierogies can be made with a bunch of different stuffings. Once we get more into the spring, we'll probably do another episode on pierogies. We're gonna make them with cherries, which is one of my favorite stuffings. You can also make them in a different size. If you want them more as an appetizer, make them smaller. You want them as a main course, make them bigger. Regardless of the size, they are delicious. So I hope you found this video useful. Please like and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more videos.